Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin's Capital City Celebration of Life, sponsored by the UW Transplant Program, along with our Cool Beans closing ceremony. I'm Mike Crowley, the CEO of the National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin, and your host for the evening. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for being a donation advocate and for being a part of our 2021 Cool Beans virtual adventure. We hope to see all of you back in person in 2022. For my inaugural year, I decided to ride my bicycle, putting our mission into motion, riding over the 434-mile goal to honor the 434 kidney transplants done in 2020. This month has been fun and fulfilling to ride in honor of our donors and recipients and spread the word about the NKFW's mission. The Capital City 5K Run and Walk has a very special place in our collective heart. It has been 11 years since we launched the online donor registry here in Wisconsin, and so much has been done to advocate for our donors and recipients. As we look to the years ahead, we know that even more needs to be accomplished, and more voices need to be heard. That is one of the reasons for our extended campaign and our new event, the Cool Beans Adventure. We hope that you all have had fun throughout the month and that those of you who are new to us this year are getting a sense of how devoted we are to raising awareness and funding for kidney health, our friends and families with CKD, and for our beloved donors and recipients. Tonight, we celebrate the gift of life, and we know that everyone who has been involved with the NKFW knows how dedicated we are to our mission. One of our participants, and a recipient himself, put it best when he said, "We need to talk about prevention of CKD so that we can hopefully have more healthy kidneys to donate when someone who couldn't prevent their kidney disease and their need for a kidney gets one." We had 434 kidney transplants in 2020, and we see the billboards for the need for donors of organs every day. With your help, and the funding from this year's event, we will continue to raise our voices for prevention, support, and organ donation throughout Wisconsin. Thank you for helping us in this important message. Tonight, we are going to hear from a local donor and her recipient. Toby and John are going to share their story so that it may inspire even just one of you to consider making this call to action your own. Toby and John, welcome.
I'm John LeClaire, and I'm a kidney recipient. It was around 2002, and I was feeling fatigued, tired all the time, and that wasn't like me. I was very athletic and active. And so I went to the doctor, and they said that your kidney seems a little dense, and so you should see a nephrologist. And so I went to the nephrologist, and they said your kidney function is down, and over time, your kidneys will fail and you'll need a transplant eventually. And so about 8 years later, the kidney function was severely declining, and so started looking for a donor and get on the list, and if not, then we'll have to prepare you for dialysis. I was put on the list through my nephrologist. I mean, luckily it had been years in the making, so it wasn't something that I heard just for the first time. I really feel for these people who have a sudden illness, and within, say, 6 months, they're in the position I was after 8 years. So at least I had time to prepare myself for the eventuality of getting a transplant. Well, I wasn't a Facebooker, but my wife did occasionally, and so I think we had just talked and said you might as well reach out, throw the widest net, and see if anybody that we know would be willing to do something so wonderful as that. Luckily, Toby came along and through Liza's Facebook.
So Liza had posted something on Facebook that John was looking for a kidney, and Liza and I are sorority sisters. We went to college together. I've known John since their earliest dating, and we've been friends and participated in their wedding. And so when I saw the post, it was like, I will absolutely be tested. I didn't give it a second thought. I immediately contacted Liza. I texted her, called her right away and said, talk to me about this. We started the process immediately. They run through a number of questions with you, first of all, and then testing begins. There's a number of tests that you have to go through. You have to demonstrate that you are healthy enough to give away part of your body, and that I'm not giving him anything that would make his health worse. So I stay safe and he stays safe.
Surprisingly, I wasn't scared, I guess, because I knew there weren't many choices.
I remember, waking up in recovery. First thing I said was, how's John? How's John? How's John? How's John? And they're like, the kidney's working.
I'm doing very well. I mean, there have been some bumps in the road. I did have a rejection episode, but it was fairly mild. But other than that, yeah, I'm doing well. Get good care.
People should not be afraid. We have 2 kidneys, one to share. People do good deeds every day, and a lot of times they don't know the lives that they touch. But I'm fortunate to know that person and to know the life that I saved.
Well, I've said it many times, but I can't thank you enough. I mean, I've been able to see, both my kids graduate from high school, my daughter graduate from college, and, all of those wonderful things. I don't know if I would have been able to do that and spend time with my wonderful wife. So, just thank you so much.
You really don't have to thank me for those things because I did it willingly. So, I'm grateful that the kids had you and that Liza has you still.
Yeah, thank you. You're our angel.
Thank you so much to both of you for sharing your journey with all of us. Before we go tonight, we thought you might want to hear about the true work being done in the field of transplant and how your efforts make a difference. Sharing an important message with us tonight is the esteemed team from the University of Wisconsin Transplant Program.
Who do we see? What's going to help us? Where do we go? A long journey of highs and lows.
Marlene's 10-year journey brought her from Duluth, Minnesota to the UW Health Transplant Center in Madison. She was looking for a way to treat her rare condition and end her pain.
Loin pain hematuria syndrome is basically a lot of pain in your kidney with a lot of vomiting from the pain, blood in your urine. For me, it was every 4 to 6 weeks I would have what they would call flare-ups, where I'd be in the hospital for a week at a time. I have gone to another renowned clinic that had done everything that they could to help me. And I had my right kidney removed because of this. I had 2 renal denervations on each side of my body, which are also huge surgeries, in hopes that this would help, and unfortunately, it didn't.
By the time Marlene got to UW Health, she was weary.
My goal was, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna meet with the team, and just kind of get a feeling for them. And the minute I sat down with Shani and Sue and the doctors, I could not believe how relieved and relaxed I felt.
You look great. How's everything going? It's not a very common disease out in the general population, but it's interesting. We're getting more and more people that are coming in with these problems.
Dr. David Foley and his team had a plan for Marlene. It's called a renal autotransplant, a surgical procedure where Dr. Foley removes the kidney and puts it in a different part of the body.
We don't really understand why they have this pain and where the cause of the pain is coming from. But we do know that when we take the kidney out and then transplant it lower down in the back part of their abdomen, these patients get relief of their pain. If we carefully select the patients that we think will benefit from this operation, these patients can have a new life, and it's really amazing.
Marlene's surgery has ended 10 years of pain and anxiety.
I have no pain whatsoever from my previous diagnosis, which is, again, it's hard to believe that that's gone. You're living in pain, and on a daily basis, you just learn how to deal with it. And so for that to be gone and feel like, wow, I'm happy, I'm in a good mood, I have energy, I'm not crabby at my kids because my back hurts. Just enjoying life to the fullest it's exciting.
Thank you to all the outstanding doctors at the UW Transplant Program. As you all can see, important work continues to be done every day to advance our mission and to advance care for our loved ones, for our community. You are a huge part of this effort. We cannot do this alone, and we thank you, our participants, and our partners in the community who are helping to make a difference. We came together from coast to coast this month, all for the common purpose of raising awareness of the need for more people to register to become an organ, tissue, and eye donor, and to share the importance of kidney health. You made a difference. We have heard your stories and have rallied and will continue to rally behind you. A special thank you to some of our legendary teams. #BeBraveCarryOn, Running to Remember Ben, and the Transformers. Your stories have symbolized the passion that all of our teams and participants feel. We know this is personal for everyone, and we honor you all. A hearty thank you also goes out to all of our teams and participants who have joined us to raise the voice of NKFW and our mission. Teams like the Organ Trail, Living Donors Together, and the UW Pancreas Pacers, who advocate and educate with special educational and awareness events. Keep an eye on your calendars for more from these folks. Our programs and services for transplant recipients and their family members have always been the cornerstone of our educational offerings and our legislative advocacy. Our helpline connects patients, caregivers, and potential donors with reliable information and support. If you are in need of support, please reach out.
So I get the fun part, guys. I can't wait. I get to talk to you about the top fundraisers, and you have done an amazing job. I know that virtual is getting old. I know that things are not the same as they used to be, and I get it. But you all rallied for NKFW and for each other and for your teams, and I just can't thank you enough for that. We are so close to our goal. We are so close. We're less than $1,500 away from our total goal, and that is because of you. So let's get going. Our top fundraisers, we have Elizabeth Lisa Dye, who is in first place, and she has been working hard, my friend. She has been working hard. John Meyer, he is a board member of ours. Sue Harmon, hey Sue, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Kathleen Wisniewski, she is also on our board. Michelle Sherman, you are rocking it. Sheila Mercer, Krista Whitkoff, Brenda Cortez, Michelle Burdick, and Jill Dillon. Oh my gosh, everybody give yourselves a hand. Seriously, I know you're on mute, but I can hear you. So thank you so much to our top fundraisers. I got to tell you, this has been changing all day long, so you have been keeping me on my toes, and I appreciate it so much. But I don't want to also forget our fabulous fundraising teams. So without further ado, here's where we are right now. Transformers is number 1. #BeBraveCarryOn. Number 2, Living Donors Together. Number 3, UW Pancreas Pacers. Number 4, Running to Remember Ben. Thank you so much. Number 5, Wizzy's Walkers coming in. Hands down, keeping it renal. I love that name. Sanders Angels, For the Love of Judy. Dancing with the Stars. Thank you all so much. It's not just these 10 teams. We're highlighting these 10 right now. They've been working hard, as you all have. But it's everybody. It's everybody together that is going to make this happen, that is going to help us to move our mission forward in 2022. And we can't thank you enough. I appreciate you so, so much. And I have a word I'm supposed to say right now to pass it back to Mike. I do want to say, on behalf of me, on behalf of Mike, on behalf of our entire board, you guys, you need to realize how much we appreciate the work that you have done this year. Mike and I are both new. We came into this, we, jumped in and we're working to make it all come together, but it's you. I mean, each and every one of you is the reason that we come into work every day, and each and every one of you is the reason we work so hard to try and bring more to you. So stay tuned with that. Thank you so much for raising the funds so that we can continue the mission. And with that, I am gonna turn it back to Mike.
On behalf of the entire National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin, I thank you for sharing your story and asking others to support a cause you believe in. Our goal today is to raise at least $20,000 to fund our programs for 2022. So if you have not made a donation, please visit our website after this program. As I mentioned this morning, our event is truly a team effort. We want to give thanks to our Celebration of Life program sponsor, UW Health's transplant program. We could not do what we do without support like yours. The National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin is deeply grateful and honored for the long-term partnership we have had with the UW Health transplant program. We also want to thank our Adventure Backpack sponsors, MTM and Horizon Therapeutics. We hope you will have fun with the selfie sticks long beyond today as you continue to be active, both physically and for the NKFW. And kids, don't forget to take your folks out for custard soon. To all of our participants and sponsors, on behalf of the National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin, thank you for being with us virtually again this year. As we plan for 2022, please keep a lookout for details on our in-person adventure. In closing, I would just like to say thank you, and I look forward to serving you and our community moving forward.